Be yourself. Today I have a special guest. I don't even know what to go by with him. He has so many different aliases and everything like that. I don't even know how to bring this man in, but he's here today on the Habitual Offenders podcast, man.
Yeah. What's the word?
What's the
BP. Rio, be yourself.
Heck yeah, man. I appreciate you being on the podcast, man. You've been definitely behind the scenes at the beginning of the podcast, and I definitely appreciate you actually hopping on, man. And just actually showing face, you know what I mean?
Man, you know, I don't like to show my face too much, but if I did, I had to do it here first.
For sure, man. Yeah. I just wanted to ask you, a lot of people might not know that, know about your upbringing and stuff like that. So just give me the beginning of, how you started and, your background and everything like that.
Shit, I was just a kid that liked computers and shit and, music. My uncle was a musician. And I don't know, I played the drums, you know what I mean?
Mark, right?
I played the drum, type shit. Wanted to be a drummer. I don't know, I like to beat on the table and shit. And then Fruity Loops, you know, I got my hands on hold of Fruity Loops and shit, you know, everybody was cracking that shit back in the day. Getting the region codes and shit. And I got a free crack version and shit, and I just kind of played around with it. I mean, that's what I started making, the dance music and shit. Cause that was the only thing that on the program they had and shit, the sound and shit were just real techno-y and shit, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I started doing that shit. I didn't really start doing music for nobody until I got into high school. And I heard there was rappers there at the high school. I'm like, oh shit, niggas is rapping, all right. You know, and I heard So Unique, this group, and I was like, these niggas sound professional. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, all right, we got some people around here. So I started trying to market my shit to people and make hip hop beats and shit like that, just because that's what niggas was doing.
Yeah, it was super popular around your city and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And then, because you did a lot of music on Second Street, right? Even with your different places that you lived at, you always had different type of music. I always talk to different people about you, right? And with those people, they always have different scenarios and different situations, because I didn't know you when you lived on Second Street and stuff like that and recording music and stuff like that. Can you give a little bit of backstories, recording and all the people that you recorded there when you started off?
I really started off recording in my mom's in the back porch of my mom's crib.
Okay.
With Nave No Bleak and So Unique, you know what I'm saying? That's when I got into recording. So just recorded a couple people, you know what I'm saying? I was just kind of getting my foot into the door on that shit. But I think I went to college and I didn't do no recording when I was in college and shit. Besides bullshit.
Yeah.
I was more into making the beats and shit. And then, when I moved back into town, I moved to the Second Street and shit. And that's when I set a little booth up, had a little room and shit, had the whole crib. Because, that's why I never could live in no apartments. Because I'm playing music from 2 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock the next day, all day. I'm not, I don't want no neighbor. Don't tell me to turn my shit down. I got my own
Exactly.
Don't fuck up my creative process. You know what I'm saying? Moved to Second Street. I don't remember what year that was. That's probably 2014, 13 or something like that. I don't know. But I don't know. Just started recording random people. I reached out to Odd Soul, which is Orson Randall. I don't know.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I was because he was my favorite rapper really coming up as young and he wasn't making no music or nothing anymore. I didn't really hear it. So I was like, man, let me produce you.
Yeah, try to connect.
Yeah, I'm because I always felt like I could take somebody and just do something with them and make something they never made type shit.
Right.
So I reached out to him and we started doing some shit and started doing good, and then a bunch of random people started coming around. And I would just my thing is I was I didn't have people hit me up at the time, so I would just take somebody that didn't even make music and just hey, come on, everybody can rap, just try to do this, you know what I'm saying, and mold them around some shit and then throw them on a beat and niggas be like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? That'd have niggas really inspired me, I'll make some music type shit, you know what I mean? So, that's where that's pretty much what I was doing on Second Street, is just learning how to craft my production side.
Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And then probably not a lot of people know this about you as well, because you were actually did sports and stuff like that in high school. Actually, a lot of people knew you for doing sports and stuff like that. Yeah. And you, of course, your other alias, DJ Runaway and stuff like that.
Right.
But why did you transition from you? Because a lot of people knew you for playing soccer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what made you do the transition from not doing sports over to just music in the early ages of high school and stuff like that?
I played soccer, baseball, football, basketball my whole life. Until I think I didn't play football in middle school. I think I just played basketball.
Okay.
But then there was no soccer team at the time.
Oh,
and then I
okay.
played like some baseball with the rec teams and shit.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have a team either. But when I got to high school, that's when I started playing baseball and soccer. Cause I don't know them football, them niggas want you to come to practice 2 times a day, all kinds of shit like
all the extra.
You know, I'm over here like trying to be a kid. I'm trying to enjoy life. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? Like, so and you know, soccer was cool because it was like, you know, boom, you're there. It's a real relaxed sport. I was just always good at it. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So I just played it. You know what I mean? But really though, you know, when I got to senior year and it was like try to go.